I'm about to go on a trip. Why don't you come with me?
In order to tell this story, we're going to have to mess with time. Some of my very best friends are coming with us. Let's take a look at them through time.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. I go through the revolution, feed the babies who don't have enough to eat. Shoe the children with no shoes on their feet. House the people living in the street. Oh, there's a solution. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Right through the revolution. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free.
And then there was me. Man, that was fun. Let's do that again.
Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Picking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sun.
In thinking about and reflecting on 2012, it's impossible not to include one of the most important things that's ever happened to me.
You come with me.
You don't say. Sorry, buddy. Not interested. Take a hike.
I'll be back.
I'll see you in about 50 years. Now, who's coming fishing?
Boys and girls, y'all stay and play over there. This is for the big boys over here.
It's June 2013. Time for the annual fishing trip to point its compass south and once again head down US 59. This year's destination, Port Alto, Texas.
Fishing Trip 2013.
Fishing Trip 2013.
Fishing Trip 2013.
Fishing Trip 2013.
Fishing Trip 2013. I'm a little late.
Fishing Trip 2013.
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 Between your cheek and gum, all night long, all night long.
In 2013, our friend Brad once again organized the annual fishing trip, and we found a great place to stay in Alto, Texas. The tip of the hat is once again needed.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Brad. It was great.
Thanks, Brad.
Brad, you rock, man. You are the man. You have been doing this. I mean, you can't even say how long. That's how long it's been. Or I can't say how long, because I can't count that high. I'm a teacher.
Every year, the annual fishing trip has cool things to look back on. This year, Ball brought a shirt from one of our trips over 20 years ago. A shirt that looked like it was printed yesterday. Brad cooking his spicy shrimp, while some of the fellows fish, just like he does every Friday night on the annual fishing trip. Good stuff. My friend Paulie doesn't like to give up. He spent about an hour looking for that horseshoe that made its way into the canal. Excelsior! This fire smelled incredibly good, even though it was made with wood Mike and Pate stole from a church. And Pate disposing of a snake who thought he'd come to party.
Your mom likes the snake.
Mom is never safe on the annual fishing trip. Every year on the annual fishing trip, we discuss some of the deepest subjects known to man. Is there a God? Have we been visited by aliens? Does Bigfoot exist? And who's better, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? And the question that's puzzled man through time has also puzzled the annual fishing trip.
Is Jimmy gay?
Hell yeah. Hollywood guy. We got a medical diagnosis.
Is Jimmy Kirby gay?
They're all former military.
I can't vote on that.
They do it like a military operation. I mean,
Is Jimmy gay?
it has been medically proven.
Sorry, dude. There's not a lot I can do for you, especially when you give us this exhibit every year. And would you please remember to zip up your zipper? Moving on. The annual fishing trip is filled with tradition, and one of the favorites is the annual shot of Tuaca. My boys always step up and take it like men. Check out Brad sweating it in the background. And then there was Brokaw. Brokaw decided to take his drunkenness to a new level this year.
We got to see Brokaw's best Nicolas Cage leaving Las Vegas impersonation.
Yes, and the Exorcist will be portrayed by your good buddy Torre. It's okay, Stevie. You've been there for me plenty times before. Another fishing trip tradition is that everyone has an imitation of our good friend Pate.
An imitation of myself.
Yes, Pate. Everyone has one.
I said I ate her ass.
So I asked her if I could eat her ass.
Mike, is that brisket ready? Mike! Mike! Hey, Paul, you mind if I pee in this bottle? Is that alright?
Brad, I'm gonna your aunt and eat her ass.
It tastes like ass. And I should know.
It may sound strange, but at 10 years of attendance, Pate is by far the newest member of the fishing trip. But he's our brother now, and it would never be the same without him there.
Let me go wild, Twister in the sun. Let me go wild. Big hands, I know you're the one.
Just like every year, the sun sets on the annual fishing trip and Sunday morning arrives. It's time to pack up our bags and head back to the real world.
Good times. We actually got to fish, got to drink, hang out.
Hey man, did you ever come up with an amount? The drunkenness reached a new level, in my opinion.
I enjoyed it, I'll be honest with you.
Brooke, I'd like to know if you'd like to say any final words, and not towards your death, but just about the weekend.
Never again, except maybe next year.
It's a great weekend. Did some fishing, did some drinking, did some eating. Good time.
Well, that's the end of our little trip. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making it. Until next time, hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
I'll be back.
Doesn't get any better than this.
No, Pate, it doesn't. If you want a ticket for 2014, just remember, you might be in store for a little TNA.
Out of that f***ing big old belly right there. Woo! Maybe that titty.